Stars.
Here we go. Hey, man. Welcome to another week of Courtside Radio. Courtside Radio. It's the boy right here, man. Michael the PG. We are here live in the building. And the reason why I'm the PG, got my guy Tony in the building here. The reason why I'm the PG, y'all know it. The Magic Johnson of this show. Make sure everything is smooth. And my slogan goes, it is show time, man. I'm always excited when I'm on the mic. I feel like Muhammad Ali or Tupac of this industry, you know, the broadcast industry. But I'm just doing my thing, man.
You are so far off.
Hey, don't be hating.
Let them believe. Hey, whatever helps you sleep tonight, bro.
Hey,
I believe in you.
Schizophrenic sometimes believe the world against them.
Shout out Glasses Malone with his track "Tupac Must Die." You got to watch the video and listen. It's really deep. But man, yeah, Courtside Radio. We are here live in the building. The point guard right here, going to throw this no look. I got to shout out my guy out of Pappy, the shooting guard. He gonna catch this live and dunk it. What's up, man? What's up, Mike?
What's good? What's good? Big Mike out of Pappy, all the way from the wood coming through. Good News Radio in the building. And Michael, since you always say you the PG, I thought about this earlier.
Yes, sir.
I'll be the Bernie Mac of the show. I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
Be Mac. Hey.
So, but you know what? We just here to bring y'all some real good news today, and we got it live. What's good, Himes?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Alex Himes at Himes World. I'm trying to steal that Michael momentum for you. By the way, I just want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor of today's episode, Pornhub. Get all of your latest, greatest videos, all the fun stuff that you could find, foot fetishes, squirt videos, all of that on one live great database. Shout out Pornhub. We're still pulling for that sponsor. I really don't care if these guys are uncomfortable because Mike's not really looking at me.
No, I was going to say X Videos was the one that was...
X Videos? No. We ain't sponsored by X Videos. Yeah, we are working with Pornhub. So shout out to Pornhub, and thank you guys again for tuning in to today's episode of Courtside Radio.
So, hey, that's our small forward. Are you Larry Bird yet, or are you still rolling with that Brian Scalabrine?
Bro, don't you dare hate on Scal.
Oh, my God.
He's still beloved. I will never touch Larry Legend's numbers, rep, all that.
Hey, that's so terrible, but hey, I guess...
Damn, Mike.
I guess I have to support it. But, man, we got the stretch four in the building, the guy that can do it all, man. What's up, Philip?
Nation!
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to follow up Himes' sponsorship. I'm trying to figure out, what's going on. But yeah, it's your boy Philip Brown, from Southside Atlanta, all the way out here to L.A.
Southside!
Hey.
Wow. The fact, damn, bro. Damn.
Southside, baby.
Yeah, bro.
Instagram.
Hey, Decatur?
Philip 3 Brown. Nah. Southside, Jonesboro. Jonesboro South. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Jonesboro, boy. I know you're from Jonesboro. So okay.
Hey, he a real one, man.
Hey,
but
Clayco, stand up.
Hey, he came in here with his Clippers shirt, so I'm pretty sure he's feeling good. Probably feeling a little Clipper Darrow-ish about the introduction of Paul George, Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers, but
Paul George looking a little 6'7"-ish. They tell me he's 6'9", standing next to Kawhi, though. He's looking a little 6'7"-ish a little bit.
All these injuries make him shrink?
Hey, he was like a half an inch shorter than Kawhi. Kawhi's supposed to be 6'7", right?
Yeah.
Everybody lies about their height in the league.
But
KD's listed at 6'9".
Yeah.
He's taller than DeMarcus.
Yeah.
He's a legit 7 feet. He's taller than DeMarcus. He's taller than DeMarcus Cousins, who's a legit 6'11". So what that got to make you?
No, Kevin Durant is clearly 7 feet, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they list him at 6'9". Like, bro, I don't believe this.
No, because he said he doesn't want to be a 7-footer because, they think of center KG, and all that stuff. Yeah.
You is.
I know.
It's like Giannis, too. Giannis is like 7 foot, too, though.
Yeah, it's like AI. AI is, they say
he's 5'11".
Bro, like 5'11 and 3/4.
5'10 and a half.
Yeah, but it's craziness.
Still 4 inches taller than you, Michael.
Hey,
damn, bro.
4 inches.
Shots fired.
Damn.
Man, you might as well just call him Earl Boykins at that point. What the hell?
Y'all heard of Royster 5'9"?
Or Muggsy Bogues?
How tall is he? 5'7"?
Yeah.
No, he 5'9". But they call me Michael to 5'8". Yeah.
Not that they were boosting his height, too.
They call me Michael to 5'8" because I'm 5'8", guys. Don't hate me like that.
With shoes on.
Without shoes, man. Don't play me. Hey, but here we go. Let's get right to it. Our first topic of the day is we're going to... some people may say that it's bullshit, and it fits it so perfect because it involves Steve Kerr and Michael Jordan. So we'll go with Steve Kerr first. First time that Michael Jordan isn't in first. Right, Philip?
Yep.
Yep, because LeBron is always under MJ. Happy you agree.
Say that again.
LeBron is always under MJ, even though he's a Laker and it's all love. He better get us some championships. But Steve Kerr is pissed off. He was on one of the Warriors podcasts, and he talked about the move of Anthony Davis, hater move. But what he said pretty much was that it's bad for the league that Davis forces trade. He complains about the trend of players who aren't free agents forcing trades to get out of a contract. And I know he had a few more things to say. What else did Kerr say? He said, I'm talking about the Anthony Davis situation, quote unquote, where a guy is perfectly healthy, has a couple years left on his deal, and says, I want to leave. That's a real problem that the league has to address and that the players have to be careful with. When you sign on the dotted line, you owe your effort and your play to that team, to that city, to the fans, and then it's completely your right to leave as a free agent. But if you sign a contract, then you should be bound to that contract, end of quote. So, Philip, Tell me, what do you feel about Steve Kerr? Is he right?
I'd like to point out that also we got Mike's opinion right there.
No, yeah, I know.
No.
It sound wild, but Philip, you got it first, man.
Yeah, I think if you sign that, you agree to it. They're agreeing to paying you that money over the long haul. You should agree to your services as well. The only way that I say that you should be able exempt from that is if there's like some massive change. Like, all right, coaching change, and you don't agree with the coach. Like, hey, I didn't sign up for this situation, yada, yada. But as far as just forcing your way out, just to force your way out, I don't agree with it. I think if you sign your name to it as a man, you should stick to that. I don't think the players should be trying to force their way out after they just signed the contract, because that's going to tie back into what we talked about last week with the Supermax. If you sign a Supermax just to stay there and get that money, and then next year you want to go to where the team that you wanted to go to originally, then you're sucking away that Supermax money from that team and whatnot. So
what's crazy? It sounds like the Clippers.
Sounds like they pimping people.
It's exactly what Paul George did when he signed this deal, and he came out in the press conference and was pretty much like, "Hey, that it's all good."
Right.
But
hold on, wait. Can you speak on that? He got more money than Kawhi?
No, yeah, because he already has a contract that's carrying over, so it's crazy. But so, Philip, you agree with some of the sentiment that Steve Kerr brought?
Unless the situation changes, like I said, unless there's a massive coaching change and you just don't get along with the coach, then you're like, all right, hey, this isn't the situation I signed up for. I would like a trade, but I don't think you should be able to trade just because you want to go to a better team or a better situation. You sign there, you should stick it out. And then Anthony Davis only had one more year, instead of them wasting their money playing on him for 1 year and then losing nothing for him. Make a trade. So that's smarter the team. So he actually hooked the team up by asking for a trade instead of just leaving as a free agent. They get nothing in return. But yeah,
true. So what do you feel about it, Mike? What's your take?
I was gonna say, what if I feel like it is true that once you sign on that dotted line, you have to be committed, or at least have the expectation to want to go ahead and fulfill your contract. But now that it's a more player-driven league, I feel like, I signed this, but I signed this situationally to benefit myself on however I feel this season goes, or how I want my next season to lead to my legacy. So if I do feel like I want to opt out after I did get a Supermax, I feel like I shouldn't be penalized for that, because this obviously will be my money, my body, but this is the best suit and best situation I thought I could put myself in to help the brand, to help the team, to help us win.
Right. But also, onto what you're saying is, like, the teams don't have to trade those guys. Like, even though you ask for a trade, demand for a trade, I don't have to trade you. I don't have to fold into your pressure. No, you're in a contract. You're staying right here and you're playing.
That's true, but that's up to the management. But it's more of a player. The player option thing is what kills a lot of that. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and Debo you and you can't leave.
Right.
Cool. All right. Go ahead. I ain't leaving until this day right here. And then
I'm out.
If I'm leaving for free, well, not for free, but I'm leaving for all the M's.
Right.
And y'all can go ahead and pick up who you get in the free agency. Or go ahead and trade me.
Yeah, trade me.
And
you get something back.
Get something in return.
That's what I'm saying. So, but it's a give and take on it. But if they really want this
let's hear Himes' take. What you got on it, Himes?
This is a two-part situation, all right? There's the owner's perspective and there's the player's perspective. When it comes to what we've seen with the NBA over the last couple of years, it's a player-driven league. Everyone has said that. Players are now being able to choose their own destiny, whether you cite that from the start of the Big Three era in Boston, where it was players that actually had an option to go there because KG had to waive his no-trade clause to go there. And on top of that, later down the road, everyone else copied that blueprint, but instead with free agency with the LeBron era. So if you want to go that either way. The point being is that when players make it a player-driven league and when owners get used to that situation, they have to understand you can't give half of a boat or half of a meal and not expect the rest of the people to want the other half. If you are saying that this is a player-driven league where players have all the right and it's understandable from everyone's perspective to go wherever the hell they want in free agency, right? You can't expect these players to just sit through a contract when they're on a team where they're not either having the success that they want, they're not getting the role that they want, or they're not being given the play that they deserve. So these guys should be allowed to request trades whenever they want. I happen to personally believe that players should, preface this by saying that this is a scenario based, right? But specifically with Anthony Davis, we knew 2 years before, we knew about a year before this, right? Before everything. Oh, yeah, Philip.
Spits hot fire.
Philip, making such a great point that Philip's going off. That, like, we saw Anthony Davis 2 years ago. He said he wanted out. Well, if anything, that's a benefit to the organization. They know the guy doesn't want to be there. He's still on contract. He's healthy. He still holds high trade value, and they could get him out of there. I think players, if they were going to do this, should have it in their contract to some degree that if they're unhappy a year before their contract is up, that they should have the right to propose a trade scenario and demand a trade whenever they like. I'm not a fan of the concept of sitting out. This is a players-driven league where it's the best league to play in. It is. Look at what the players get. They have fully guaranteed contracts. They are given the best scenarios and situations put ahead of them, and their contracts are way better than NFL contracts, and the injuries that they incur are nowhere near as rampant as you are on an NFL roster. So these guys have the situation in their hands and should be able to request a trade when they'd like and when they please. Of course, we'd all like to see them do it with the amount of time that gives that team that they're on the place to go, all right, do we go all in and try and win a chip with this player, or do we trade them and get as much value as we can? They did that with Kawhi and the Spurs. Anthony Davis got that to happen. And mind you, that's the perspective from the players and the owners. I get the owners saying that it's a bad situation for the NBA. It is a bad situation, right? When you have players that want to get out of their city, it ruins the fan base, it ruins their sales, their ticket sales, it ruins viewership, and it ruins the ratings for the NBA because you have players like Kevin Durant who decide to ride the coattails of another organization, join them, and win some chips. But that era of super teams with three players is over with. We're now at the dynamic duos again, like it was in the 90s when Steve Kerr played, mind you, and when Jordan played, mind you. So if we're playing in that scenario, which we are now, players should have the ability to do whatever the hell they want whenever they want.
You're damn right.
Do I necessarily like it as a fan, thinking that a guy like Kyrie wanted to go but didn't say anything? No. So the guy should say something. The team should work with the player, get as much value as you can, maximize their potential haul, get what you can, move on. Everyone walks away amicably and happy.
But that situation they specifically talking about with Anthony Davis is also ruined 2 locker rooms, basically.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
Get them out of there while you can get a lot of value for them,
Right.
and before your organization starts taking a tumble.
The Lakers also, by them even talking to him about a trade, ended up ruining their locker room and their
playoff chances. Yeah.
Just based on that rumor or whatever they were trying to trade half the team.
And
away
that's
or
the thing. Like, don't make it a rumor. Get it out there. Do what Kawhi did to some degree towards the end, not where he was sitting out and all that. I'm talking about the very end where it was understood from both sides. We're going to move you. Let's move on. Get it over with.
But he lied to us.
I'm kind of stuck in the middle when it comes
don't
to
be
both.
salty.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think we all.
Bitch,
Hey,
bitch,
hey,
bitch.
hey.
If we're gonna say that though, man, that that you're salty or that
No, I'm not salty.
or he screwed the Lakers, right?
That he everybody insinuated that the Lakers had it in hand. That's what I'm like.
No, not everyone. The media
that's
did.
their fault.
We did. That's our fault. That's on us.
Everybody
but
did.
At the end of the day, we had to look at it. We had to look at it like we just said. It's a player-driven league, so players are going to do what you want. Kawhi did it best. He managed to leverage a situation, hold the Lakers' ability to sign other free agents, get Paul George on the Clippers, get the Clippers ready to go, sign with them, and now they're looking like a team that can actually fight with the duo of Davis and LeBron.
No, yeah, I agree. But I think that, like, for me, I'm kind of stuck in the middle because thinking of if it was a Lakers player to do this, which it probably would never happen because they're the Lakers. So this is pretty much, yeah.
Shaq
I second that.
No, but Shaq didn't ask to be traded. The Lakers was looking to trade it because they were like, you're getting older and we're going to choose the young guy with Kobe.
No, he couldn't slap Kobe again in the locker room, and that was going to slide. He couldn't keep just hitting and like abusing Kobe.
That too, because Kobe was a young guy. But I just think that this is a small market problem.
Don't know about Pump.
You know, this is a small market problem. Because hey, when did this first occur to where it was really something major? If you guys think back, it happened with the Knicks, with Carmelo. Where Carmelo was like, I want to be traded. He's still under contract. I want to be traded, and I only want to go to this team. So y'all have to make it happen. So he kind of started that trend as far as the trade because he kind of was like, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to play. Anthony Davis tried it. It didn't happen right away, but it did happen. So I'm stuck in the middle because as a fan, you're kind of like, dude, Paul George, you signed this deal, this 5-year deal. Man, go to State.
You can't use that situation though because it's different, man. He was trading. They knew Paul. I guarantee you 1,000% that Paul knew that they were going to trade Russ. That they were going to blow it up.
That wasn't it. Presti came out and said it. Presti said that our plan was to attack this thing. We saw Golden State became weaker. They lost Kevin Durant. Our plan was to attack with Russ and George going forward. But then George, after hearing from Kawhi, came to them like, hey, I want to go play for the Clippers. Because Paul George in his press conference was like, yeah, we had an agreement. I talked with Russ. I talked with Presti. But Presti came out and denied that and said that it didn't happen in that way.
I don't believe that. I'm going to take the player's word because, like we just said, this is a player-driven league.
But the only reason why I believe it is the fact that they knew Golden State isn't there. So if we're going to get Roberson back, if we make this push, there's no best team in the league right now. The Clippers wouldn't have been created. You know what I'm saying? Say if Kawhi goes back to Toronto, why can't we be a top 4 team to have a chance to actually win? You know what I'm saying? So the Lakers would have had their 2 guys. We got our 2 guys. Golden State's banged up. Rockets would have traded Chris Paul somewhere. So it left us. You know what I'm saying?
I still don't think so because look at the situation they were facing. Sure, Golden State was weaker, but look what was happening. LeBron now is going to be back from injury. He got AD. The Clippers would have gotten somebody, right? They would have gotten somebody. Whether it was
too late.
No. It wouldn't have been Paul George, but they would have gotten someone else for Kawhi to play with. I 1,000% guarantee that.
I can't think of anybody that they could have traded for.
In this state alone, you have the Clippers and the Lakers, at least with tandem talent or at least a star that can push forward, right?
And Golden State.
Golden State still. Then you have Portland. Then you have Utah. Those teams as well that are in the West. And look what Portland did this year to OKC, man. This is a situation where Presti made the best of his situation. He traded out guys that willingly wanted to go, and look what happened. The only reason why I said this situation doesn't count is because look what OKC got for each of those guys.
Bro,
10 picks.
Well, this isn't the NFL. It's not going to help them win.
What's good, Jackie?
I think with Melo and with Anthony Davis, they gave those teams ample amount of time to build a team around them that was going to be competitive, and they didn't. So I need to get out of there. If I see a good situation, I do need to ask for a trade and get out of there and try to salvage some part of my career instead of wasting it with these franchises. That's not putting me in a position because I'm way too good to be that low on the totem pole as far as the teams go in each of those conferences.
Yeah, and their situations is different because AD didn't sign a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, guys, I got to give a quick shout-out to Mr. Anthony Hamilton, who we had on here just last week or 2 weeks ago. It's his Graham's birthday. Happy birthday, Mildred. She's turning 90 years old, man.
90 years young, first.
90 years young. 90 years young. Sorry, Mildred. Sorry. 20 years old. Congratulations.
Hey.
Have a wonderful birthday, and I hope you enjoy yourself.
Hey,
have a blessing.
That's dope. Hey, shout out to those in the chat box. We got Jackie there, the first lady of the ladies' night, saying, hey, guys, what's up, Jackie? And then 10-Day Tony saying, courtside. 10 Day
himself.
Mr. 10 Day himself, man. How you doing? But, man, it's Courtside Radio. It's the starting five. We're short our big man. Bruce isn't here in the building with us today, but the word is that he's on his way. He's doing his Willis Reed right now. He's in the locker room. Or is he doing his Paul Pierce? Yeah, he's doing his Paul Pierce.
Yeah, he got to go take a poop real quick. Sorry, guys. Too many fiber gummies and Taco Bell earlier.
So, hey, I don't know where he is, but back to the topic at hand. Kerr, I just think that, man, with me, I'm on both sides. You know what I'm saying? As a fan, if it was my team, I'm like, dude, you signed this deal, especially AD and Paul George's situation is different to me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because AD, his contract was going to expire. So he's kind of like, I'm thinking ahead to where Paul George, you just signed this 5 year, did this press conference for you, and now you demand to be traded.
And you have a team that's pretty decent.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
like
solid team.
Anthony Davis didn't really have anything to push.
No, yeah,
I mean, he
true.
made the best out of the situation he could, and they made the playoffs, a few times?
Yeah, you had another all-star playing with you in Russ. That's a top 10,
MVP,
top 12
not just
player.
all-star, like MVP
caliber player. So,
oh, and I also have to shout out the many Taco Tuesdays that are going to be ahead in Boston because we signed Taco Fall.
Man, only Taco Tuesday we get about
Don't
it.
Taco Tuesday respect his Braun, bro.
Welcome to Boston, Taco. Woo!
Fall off that bandwagon.
Who's ready to have tacos every Tuesday at my house?
I am,
Tacos and
but
tequila?
I think that's a great pickup for them, man, because he's low risk.
Thank
low
you.
Risk, high
Oh, yeah,
reward.
I know.
You
Yep,
think
I like it.
You
They
think
have
that
time
they're
to put him in
signing
the G League for a year or two, let him develop a little more.
He has nice potential. I will give. He has nice
great
potential.
footwork,
Dude,
great
that-
hands, great athleticism.
Think
for
about the
somebody that
situation.
big. Yeah,
The
for somebody that big.
situation. Think about the situation. There are no other Celtics bigs realistically that offer what he does, and
or that are good.
yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's a nice
We
pickup.
lost Al
I mean,
Horford.
anybody that the Celtics get at this point is an addition.
7'3". The
Trash
man can
team.
literally
They
dunk
trash,
by
bro.
barely jumping.
Yeah, he
Oh
ain't-
my god.
He has
He's
a
not
10
quick
foot
enough.
two, like standing reach. So he
Yeah,
can reach
he's
above
not
the
quick
rim.
enough. He can't shoot
Standing
threes.
up.
He's sucks.
Michael,
right here.
you know what that means if he's 10'2"? That means two of you standing on each other's shoulders would get to
Still.
Taco Fall
And
standing
still
line.
get bashed
Hey,
on.
Mike,
What up?
I'm better than Taco. Dog. I
No,
guarantee
no,
can
you
beat
damn
him.
right. You damn right.
I
You
can
are.
beat him in a 1-on-1, dog.
I'll put
We're gonna
money
go
on it.
through his
I'll
legs.
put money on it.
Reach out to him.
Taco Fall, if you are listening, I want you to know. I'm going to record this and send this to you. My guy Michael, who is 5'1". Oh wait, no, 5. No,
Michael
give him
to
actual-
5'8".
How tall?
5'8". Michael is 5'8".
2 feet
He
shorter than
says
him. He's
that
7'7",
he
7'8".
He says that he can beat you in a game of 1-on-1.
I promise you.
When you come out to Los Angeles, I pray to God you do. I will record it. I will get as many tacos as you want afterward. Please destroy my guy.
Yeah, hey.
Destroy him.
Bro, he could be standing underneath the rim and still block it at 3-point line.
Bro, if he can't guard me
Bro, he
out
can
there,
stand
I'm
in the
knocking
rim
him
and
down.
block the
I can
three-point
shoot. I can
line.
shoot great
Why
enough
would he
to knock
not
him
guard
down.
you out there?
Unless you're going to
He
have
is
a
long
Jordan
enough to-
Monstars
He's only
dunk,
gonna
you are
guard
not
you from
getting anything.
mid-range.
I know you saw it. Have you ever seen Marbury make Yao Ming fall? That's how exactly
First of
how
all, he
it
made him
looks.
fall in slow motion.
Yeah.
Like, it was so awkwardly long.
Not doing that.
He
Hey,
fell for
It's
10
like
seconds.
watching
Not
Shaq
doing
fall.
It would
dude.
be the
No,
same
watching
thing.
Shaq is
But,
disrespectfully
Hey, let's move on.
antagonizing.
Because we could talk about me beating Taco all day. But also, other than Steve Kerr talking about the issue of guys
That's not
demanding
like
to
you
be
didn't just say that.
traded, bro, it's
Trying to beat some
facts.
taco meat?
What's going on? Beat you, meat.
No, I'm trying to beat Taco in basketball.
What?
This dude Alex and his Pornhub, man.
Shout out to Pornhub, today's sponsor. Please check them out on
Hey,
the website, pornhub.com.
Aaron, please help your boy. He needs
So
your
X
help,
Videos
man.
gives us our sponsor first.
Okay, yeah, because if y'all sponsor us, we playing your videos the whole show.
Bro, can you just
that's
imagine
not
porn
gonna
playing
work.
on
But
loop
we-
in the
you
background?
know what? No,
just
we
like
could-
you hear
On the green screen.
On a green screen.
Oh
No,
my
it'll be,
God.
it'll be
Hey, let's
silent
get
on the
back
green
to
screen.
There's just
No,
someone
that would-
getting
that would
banged
actually
in
be
the
a great
butt
idea.
right
Don't hate
behind
on that,
Michael's
Philip.
head. Oh my God.
Hey, here we go. So Jordan wants to change
Get
free
back to
agency due to early tampering. He wants to quote unquote level the playing field. In this technology era, the players can communicate so easily, and it's kind of like how we saw with Kyrie, KD communicating clearly about the move, possibly Bron drafting AD to his All-Star team and clearly talking to him about becoming a Laker. The question is, can the NBA do anything to fix this issue as far as early tampering?
What
And
issue?
as far as guys reaching out too early and texting, like I think Draymond said they were talking to KD during the All-Star break
What
is where
issue?
it started. As far as you reaching out already saying,
What are you going to
So
do?
we
You're going to
can't
check their
have-
text messages every damn day? What are you, the CIA? It doesn't. You can't do anything about it. Let
That's
it
tough.
go.
You can't have any friends or any mutual friends that know the person that you might want to.
Pretty
sign
much.
up, so that can't just be a random coincidence. You get drafted together. None of these things. Huh?
So here's an idea that was thrown out there. The changes would include allowing teams to openly communicate with free agents as early as immediately after the NBA Finals, even if officials' deals are still to be held at a later time. Conducting all free agency signings before the NBA draft and allowing a general increase of time and communication for teams and free agents. Owners also discussed the growing frustration of player family members acting similar to agents to try and receive benefits outside of the scope.
Uncle Dennis.
Facts. So can you honestly do
Uncle
anything?
Luke.
Philip, we're gonna go back to you to start off. Can you do anything? For me, I think that it's tough because, like you said, Alex, if you're on the Celtics and I'm on the Hornets and I see you guys winning, doing your thing over there, me and you played with each other in college and everything, we're going to be talking to each other.
There's no way. Look, we saw Kyrie and KD at All-Star Weekend.
True.
What are you going to do, man? You going to monitor these guys, keep them separated? There's legitimately nothing you can do because no matter how you look at it, players are going to either figure out a way to talk, whether it's by text message, whether it's by
Social
Facebook
media.
Messenger,
Social media.
whether it's by social, whether it's by getting a burner phone number on your iPhone
They
and
all-
doing it there. Literally, there are so many ways these guys can stay in contact. What are you going to do? Unless you
WhatsApp?
find... Yeah, that's my point. Like, there are so many ways these guys can communicate, especially in person. Like, the only thing you can do is if a report comes out that something was said and it's verified, give a fine. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. If someone
That
gets
makes
recorded
sense.
on a phone call, like if we heard the phone call between Dre and Iguodala the year that they were trying to recruit him when he was with Denver.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I'm okay with getting tampering on that.
Yep.
Right? That makes sense. But other than that, shut the hell up. This is a game of free agency. You guys want to actually try and keep your free agents. Do the job that they want and they will stay. Do not complain when guys are talking to other people because although these owners, which they are now called governors, can bitch about it and bitch and moan, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Because there is absolutely nothing you can do from a guy like Kawhi getting in contact with Paul George, whom he played against and goes way back with in LA at one point.
Yeah, high schools playing against each other.
There's nothing you can do. So either you nut up and shut up or you just keep complaining and looking like a complete idiot that they are now.
Hey, nut up and
I'm
shut
done.
up. Hey, I got to get you. Great. Hey, Alex, nut up and shut up. That was pretty dope. But Philip, what do you feel about the entire situation as far as the guys? Are we pressing buttons?
No, I was just curious what you pressed.
No, the yellow button.
Yellow.
Yeah. Hand claps. But yeah, so what do you feel about it, Philip? What do you feel about what can the NBA do to try to fix this issue?
They can't do anything. So I think
I was just trying to get you when he started talking. That was perfect, though.
I think they need to open it up, like he's suggesting. They need to open it up more. Did you see the amount of attention, amount of drama that went down this summer? This was the most exciting free agent summer we had in the NBA.
True.
Let's continue to push those boundaries and make it the summer even an occasion in itself. You know, we had fun during the season watching how it's set up and everything, and then we had fun in the finals. And then after the finals, the biggest thing was like, look at all these player moves, look at all these free agents. So let's maximize that and open it up and make the free agency period before the draft so that these kids that are getting drafted in the draft each year aren't putting on hats and wearing jerseys of teams that they never played to. You already have your trades finalized for those picks and everything. And then we can go on from there. But yeah, as far as what was he saying?
I love that idea that you said that you do it. The idea of opening it up early, like
Right.
usually it's after the draft. What I feel it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes the NFL great because right when that offseason starts, you pretty
Make
much
moves.
already thinking about making moves and
Right.
stuff like that. So it makes it like the WWE. You know, or a soap opera to where you're excited, you know, every time you know that a season's coming to an end, it's not done.
Right.
Because you're going right into guys talking and that's when you can hear about it. So I like
Instead
that
of y'all
plan.
talking under the table and doing all this other stuff they're doing, just open it up and make it all legal.
Yeah. And people have to shut their mouth. These teams, these players, the family members, bro, you're not the player. or anything. You know, you're not the baller, so shut your mouth and let them do things. Yeah, do
They'll
things
spoil it like
quietly.
Magic Johnson did. Did you see that? The Kawhi,
with Kawhi and his uncle,
they lost confidence in the Lakers organization when he opened his mouth. Like, yes, I know it is a social media led world these days, but some things you got to be quiet about. You know, you got to let it go until the deals are made, until the ink's dry. You know.
Yeah, I agree. What you feel about it, Mike?
What's understood ain't got to be explained. That you feel like if once we have a common understanding, we can go ahead and move forward from there. But it's like we don't have to post, like we don't have to broadcast all our moves on this. So let's see who's calling right now.
Oh, we got a caller, man. Y'all. Here we go.
Oh. Okay, Tony.
What is
Yo, well, you got it, Alex.
Hello there. This is Courtside Radio Live. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen?
Why you put
Who
your
is
sexy
this?
voice on?
Yeah, he put his sexy
Because
voice
I got to
on.
be sexy all
Sound
the
like a
time.
telemarketer.
Fact. Hey, but what's up, caller? State
Sexy
your
listener.
name and welcome to the show. Caller?
What's good?
Looks like it hung up. Call declined.
Did we?
Who declined it?
Did
Call
we?
again. Call again.
Wah, wah.
She thought she was about to pay a bill.
Don't miss out. 10 gra. Don't know-
man.
What's that?
Call decline. Hey, whoever just called, make sure you chime back in.
What's this?
We want to hear. No, that's something else. Man, Alex is
Oh,
looking
we
at
got
people's
another
text
sponsor
messages.
shout out from Pornhub. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. This is PORNHUB. Please check them out.
God,
live.
that dude is crazy.
Dude, I'm betting for this.
Man, wait, hold on.
Apparently, you're just beating
So
off to this.
I
That's all-
found out who called us. It's she probably was the one who was sabotaging our show when we were in Studio One. It was Jackie. She just called and she talking about,
Jackie.
oh, yo, my bad, that was me. So Jackie,
You butt dialed us, Jackie?
you're messing up a great show. Cut it out, man. But yeah, Mike, get
We
back
still
to
Damn,
it.
that's savage.
I love you, Jackie. You got it, Mike.
So we transition back to
Mike on the mic.
You said gotta throw it to it.
About the idea of what can help free agency when it comes to guys clearly talking to each other beforehand, and because Michael Jordan has a problem with it because he's like, it's pretty, it's tampering. Like, LeBron and those guys were talking to AD, Kawhi talking to Paul George. So
Breaking
it's crazy.
news: TNT cancels the players-only NBA game broadcast.
No, yeah, I saw that a
Damn.
couple days ago. So
Shice right in the building.
Wait a minute.
This is Mr.
Wait
Big
a
Dog
minute.
Bruce.
We-
Holla at
I
him.
heard y'all talking shit.
Hey, he come in the building talking
that
mess,
energy.
man.
God.
But yeah, energy is crazy. He must be mad because he was in that traffic,
Tell him I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
man.
Caught every light.
Man, so man, hey, we got the full squad in the building, man.
Get out my chair, slide over.
Yeah, hey,
Hey, 10-day Tony, check your DMs, bro. 10-day.
yeah, check your DMs, Sunday Tony. But yeah, so
Not my fault.
Bruce, I need to know what you feel about it. Jordan coming out being mad about the early tampering and the idea that was thrown out there, which I think is a great idea, that they should push forward the free agency and have it right after the finals and right before the draft, because if you can sign your pieces before the draft, then you're going to draft differently. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think that's how it should be. What do you feel?
I kind of like it the way it is. I don't really see it being a problem with what's going on, the tampering and all that jazz. Like, it's going to happen regardless. Honestly, the players. Now, the contract details that are basically all in line at
don't hang
6
Yeah.
p.m.
Hey, we got a caller, man.
makes no sense. Okay.
Yeah. Man, Bruce get in the building. They want to talk to you, man.
Bruce, they knew you was coming, big dog.
Hey, this
They
is
missed you.
Courtside Radio with the starting five. Callers, state your name. Thank you for calling in.
No caller? Oh, it's right here.
Say it again, caller.
Oh, you got to turn the music off. Sorry,
Holla at us one more time.
Michael new to this.
My fault. What's up, Tony?
Yo, you guys live right now, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course, man. What's good?
All right, so I'll say what's up. So you're talking about the moratorium, right, before free agency hits, right after the NBA Finals and all that.
Yeah,
I do agree that maybe you got to open it up because you can't really just dissect the players and who they're talking to. And I know there's mediums that they're using. The players can talk, right, but they're also using the agents as mediums. So if you open it up sooner, you get a lot of teams involved, so they can't really just so everyone has a fair shake at it. Because, the whole Brooklyn Nets thing when they traded the 2 first-rounders, you knew something was up, right? And
Yeah.
that was way before there was free agency. which allowed everyone kind of knew maybe KD's going to go to Brooklyn, maybe Kyrie's going to go to Brooklyn. If you allow maybe a week after the finals for everyone to start going in on this free agency like a yard sale, well then all the teams have access. All the teams can get their foot in the door at least to actually get some high-profile free agents, or if not, the second-tier level guys, the third-tier level guys. So I really think that the only best way to open it up is what you guys said, is to open it up a little bit earlier. Other than that, there's no way to actually just policy this whole free agency period between the players who have a lot of the power. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you can't enforce that at all.
Not at all, no.
Bro, you can't be on these guys' phones like the CIA and such and say, hey.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, don't
You're
text
not
this
tapping
guy.
into my emails and servers and all that.
Yeah,
jazz.
they got their girl.
Like,
who's
honestly,
enough.
this is business.
Yep.
And I want to put the best team on the floor, period. And the players want to play for the best team, period. Just to go back into the AD thing, it's you have to tell these guys I'm gonna leave to be nice. These are actually nicer players than in the past. If I'm just gonna leave you high and dry, then
I'm out.
But
Yeah.
I still think it's good.
True.
It works for both sides. They're complaining because they lost KD. Kerr mad. Michael Jordan's mad because he ain't got nobody but Terry Rozier. Honestly, y'all just look like salty adults with a lot of money
Facts.
at this point because they're fine. Your team is still making millions and billions.
Mm-hmm.
You might not put the product on the floor that you want, but did you think you was about to win a championship next year?
Yeah.
Did you think Kimba was going to stay and you was going to win a championship next year? Even if Kimba stayed.
True.
As an organization, you're not putting the product on the floor that I want.
Celtics just
the Pelicans aren't putting a product on the floor. Yeah, I signed up for 5 years. I could stay here for 5 years, but you also told me for 5 years I'm gonna compete.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't plan on being an eighth seed every year. And I'm doing my part. Anthony Davis was MVP before he went out. Basically,
true.
These players are playing their butts off.
What's that, Tony?
Oh no, sorry to cut you off. The other advantage also is let's say you get a team who's kind of right there.
Yeah.
Maybe San Antonio, they could offer, if they had more time, maybe they could get in the mix of Kawhi. They could get in the mix of the Paul George, maybe Bradley Beal. Those teams are barely making it or need one guy, the Rockets need a guy, or OKC could have put in for a guy. It's weird how they're doing their job by waiting for their deadline. But when you see Brooklyn, like I said, making moves, well, then that means there's rumblings going on. There's something going on underground that you don't see.
I mean, but you
also
also
happen sooner.
You also just want to, as a business, you want to be in the best position. Period. So even if they knew that, even if they were very unsure that they were going to get these players, you still want to be in position and not have to scramble at the end. You want to be prepared for any scenario.
True.
Same with the Lakers. We got our max salary spot. We wanted Kawhi. We hoped for it. But like they said, you got to have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If we didn't get Kawhi, then this was the plan, clearly. If we did get Kawhi, then part of the plan is still what we have on our roster right now. But Danny Green doesn't get $15 million, you signed Avery Bradley for that $2 million or whatever.
True. Hey, Tony, we thank you so much for calling in. 10-day Tony.
10-day in the thing.
Hey, just we can see what you say in the chat box. So keep typing into the chat box. And,
tap in.
We'll shout you out, man. We thank you so much for calling, man.
Well, you guys keep doing your job, keep doing your thing, man. Good show, guys. I'll keep listening.
10-day Tony, you might get a second 10-day coming up.
Might get a second 10-day.
Might get you the call, Andre Ingram.
Hey, but so Phillip, the reason why MJ is mad. And like you were saying, Bruce, is that it comes down to you winning and having a good performance as a GM and all. So we're going to show you exactly why Jordan is failing at what he's doing, and he can't be mad at anybody but himself. So, Phillip.
He's pretty salty, man. So we did some research earlier today as to why he would be one of the GMs that's saying it's unfair. But when you look at his history of the moves he's made it unfair for himself. For example, they traded Sean Livingston, Steven Jackson, and the pick that would become Tobias Harris for the right to Bismack Biyombo in 2011. Okay? They used the second pick of the 2012 draft to select Michael Kidd-Gilchrist instead of Bradley Beal. Then they used their second-round pick in 2012 to select Jeffrey Taylor instead of Draymond Green or Chris Middleton. They were offered 3 first-round picks by the Boston Celtics for the 9th pick in 2015, but Michael Jordan rejected it, and he used that draft pick for Frank Kaminsky. All right, Frank Kaminsky.
He's a horrible draft.
They were considering drafting Pascal Siakam in 2006, but decided to trade the pick for Marco Bellinelli instead.
Damn.
Bro, you sound like a joke right now.
Man.
That's crazy.
I'm halfway done. A year later, they traded Bellinelli for Dwight Howard. Okay.
Wow, bro.
Their former head coach Steve Clifford wanted them to draft Donovan Mitchell in 2017, but the management overruled them and made them draft Malik Monk instead. Imagine that change, Donovan Mitchell to Malik Monk.
Wow, bruh.
Then when they did make a good decision by drafting Kemba Walker, they severely lowballed him in an attempt to save money. And then they had no problem paying Terry Rozier close to $20 million a year. That's crazy. The second best draft pick they ever made since the birth of the franchise in 2004 is Emeka Okafor. And they somehow...
Number one.
That was the second best besides Kemba.
You know what I'm saying? That was a number one pick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
And then next season, they will owe Nicholas Batum, Bismack Biyombo, Marvin Williams, Cody Zeller, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist a combined $85 million.
Marvin Williams still play basketball?
Exactly.
They couldn't give you
And they're
85
capped
points
out.
a game.
And they're capped out.
And the funny thing is, the last time we heard about Marvin Williams being like hot was him being on your Atlanta Hawks and getting drafted
First
way
of all,
higher than he should have been.
He is a bench player role model. He's a bench player's role model.
He is.
Like, I don't know what he does. Whenever he gets in, I'll try to be productive. If not, I'm going to go
Then
sit
I got
down.
put me in. Let me be productive for like 5 minutes. Get my jogging and my warm ups in. Good to go. I got 2 points, 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers,
1 steal or block.
Yep. And then I go to the bench and I'm chilling.
Yeah, hey.
Anyone? Yo, you guys need Gatorade water? Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
I did my job,
Hey,
baby.
he's that guy. But man, hey, Courtside Radio with the starting 5. We're here. We got our full 5 now. Mr. Shice Wright is in the building.
And I was not doing no Paul Pierce stuff. I heard y'all, man. Don't you
I didn't
ever
say
play
that.
me.
See, I wouldn't even put you in that wheelchair, big
Yeah,
dog.
man.
Hey, quick, because I was late. Reason was I just want to give a shout out to all those people in Seattle in that car accident today and that shuttle accident. Everybody get well that was injured, and condolences to the family that lost one today.
Hey, facts, man.
Prayers up to you.
You never know when your life is going to be gone, so you have to cherish it. And you heard it here first, man. Courtside Radio, it's the starting 5. We are here in the building. It's Mike Kerr, the PG. Be on the lookout. Make sure you guys are tuning in for sure next week, because we're going to have a featured story that you guys need to hear, that if you don't know about it, you're going to be like, wow, what a crazy situation. And how would people react to it if it happened today? Himes, let the world know, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, next week we're doing a bit of an op-ed piece on the connection between New York's best, if one of the best, if not the best rappers of all time, in Notorious B.I.G., and his connection to then Nick Anthony Mason. And how, you might ask, they're connected? Well, simply put, just tune in next week because we've got a story to tell.
Facts.
It's more than throwing hands.
Hey, we got a story to tell. That was perfect, bro.
And by the way, Fat Joe, no snitching.
Yeah, Fat Joe, no snitching.
Puff Daddy, no snitching, or whatever you're going by. Sean Combs, Diddy Combs, Diddy. I don't know what you're going by this
Puff
year.
Daddy, Diddy.
Yeah, literally, like, just put every name. Whatever your credit name was for Get Him Into the Greek, I'm going to go by that. But no snitching to him. And also John Starks.
Hey.
And mind you,
John Starks ain't tell.
Yes, he did. You know
He
where
ain't
this
give
all
no
came
names,
out?
though.
You know where it all came out? On ESPN,
No,
live.
No, I saw him on the
television.
show, but he didn't give no name. He just didn't say whether it was real or not. But
Now, he confirmed it. He confirmed it.
I gotta find that one
I have it
because
for
I was
you.
watching it on TV.
We have it set for next
Who
week,
are
ladies
your
and gentlemen.
sources?
Okay. Yeah, who-
The
Hey,
internet,
check his sources.
ESPN, and
Tell them a Laker fan.
Lifers.
yeah.
Hey, so make sure you guys are listening in for sure, because next week our featured story is going to be crazy. We're talking about one of the GOATs of hip hop that you guys have to know how his connection to the Knicks, who he always rapped about, which is insane.
R.I.P.
Quick
Anthony
question.
Mason and Notorious B.I.G. Just
Yes.
got to say that before we do the story.
Yes, sir.
Quick question.
What's up?
For Biggie, would you rank him 1, 2, or tie for top 2?
He tied, bro.
Tie for top 2.
Are we talking New York or all time?
We're talking all time right now.
2.
Oh, it's always a tie.
It's always a tie.
Always
Thank
a tie.
you.
Him and Biggie.
You
Him
can't-
and Pac died
you
early,
can't-
so you can't.
You can't justify
Can't do nothing.
one being better than the other. But
the
Biggie was a
truth.
bear.
Hey, Philip probably put Andre 3 Sacks at the top, but
I put him outside the top 2.
Scarface?
You put Biggie outside the top 2?
you see,
Wait, what did you just
he ain't
say?
have enough music, man. But we can talk about this.
We
can talk about
that
this
after
Lil
the show.
Yachty and anyone with
West
Lil
Coast
in their
stuff
name,
over here,
bro.
man.
Nah,
Y'all
Bo,
repping the
you know, in the
y'all
South, they
repping
like
Talking
4 years
about New
behind.
York nigga.
That is actually so fucking
Hey, you heard
accurate.
that, Philip?
Bro, I'm fully aware.
We
Like,
talking about the music. No, we're the
they're
lead in
they're
music.
4 years behind
actually.
in Riverside, bro.
We're the lead in music actually.
Music?
Check the
I got
stats.
talk to
Are you
you
talking
about
like
that.
right now? Like
Of
today?
course.
Are you talking
Well,
about
not-
about the time we're talking about?
Not on the radio.
Hey,
I've
I gotta-
lived in the
like-
South. I know what the music is.
Atlanta
like.
popping right now, and I give you that. Atlanta
All
is
right,
like
thank you.
for
No, I'm
sure
gonna
popping.
take that. I'm
They
gonna
have
take
caught
that.
up. It is now L.A., New York, Atlanta. So
What? It's
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Hey, I'm gonna talk to Philip about this
Philip.
after, because we have to discuss this hip hop stuff. If you know Courtside Radio, every time you tune it in, you're hearing the hip hop in the background. We're huge hip hop fans. But let's get back to hoop. And the crazy story that's going on is the USA no shows. All
my
right,
God.
after Kevin Love, who just disagreed of joining and playing for the team. There has been 9 guys who turned down the USA team this summer. I'm gonna just list off the guys. Anthony Davis, James Harden, Tobias Harris, Dame, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, Eric Gordon, CJ McCollum. Just think about this. The last time the U.S. didn't win the FIBA championship was 2006 with the likes of LeBron, Wade, Melo, and Elton Brand. They were in 3rd place. So how do you guys feel about all of these guys saying no to playing USA basketball?
We suck.
All right, so there are a multitude of reasons as to why they say no, and I'd just like to list them off real
Yep.
quick. So outright, the risk for injury. Last time we saw someone getting ready to play for Team USA, what happened? It was Paul George, freak injury. Glad he's back to MVP form. It's great to see.
True.
But when you have that and you see that in real time, these guys aren't getting paid what they're normally paid. They're getting paid bupkis. They're getting paid in the opportunity to represent the United States, make some extra money on jersey sales for sure.
Facts.
But those guys are not getting what they're putting out for this. Secondly, representing a nation that they don't necessarily believe the politics in or that they care to truly represent. And given the current state of our administration in the U.S. as a whole, it makes sense as to why some guys wouldn't want to represent our nation for that purpose.
Facts.
I don't think it goes that deep, but
Well, no, it can.
No, certain
we're
players
saying
it
a
definitely
multitude-
goes that deep.
certain players,
it
I
goes way
think.
past that. Stay woke, my brother. Stay woke.
And it's
I don't
also
think
like
that's why they're not playing this year.
Well,
what
it's not
player?
just one-
What player came out and said they don't want to play
he from the
this year 'cause
South,
of
man. You know,
politics?
This is true. This
ain't
is
like
true.
4
No,
years to
seriously, what
understand.
player
So the
came out and
next
said that?
Olympics,
I
he'll be
agree.
caught up
I
on
agree.
this.
maybe
I
the
agree
20
with you,
years
Lil.
behind
It's
in
not
politics.
the Olympics, though. That's what I'm saying. It's not the
Yeah,
Olympics.
but
Nobody
y'all-
wants to play in these games. They don't want to get hurt, and they want to save their money towards going to the NBA. Like that's
That's that's it.
personally.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's saying anything about politics.
I think
Well-
that this is the generation of resting. You know, they like to chill. So it's like, I just want to go turn up and then just play with my homies at these open
And-
runs.
And that's what leads me to my next point. Summertime is now
Go ahead.
valuable. Summertime is literally the most valuable aspect to these guys. So any opportunity to have downtime away in their cities that they want to live in, which is predominantly the big ones like Los Angeles, Miami, or New York, right?
True.
Right now, definitely not New York considering the weather is shit. But the point being is that these guys want to rest and it's valuable to them. And lastly, and this all ties together, is that the lack of star power. Nobody else wants to be. The saying is true. No one wants to be the first guy to do something. So if these guys don't see anyone established, they missed out on guys who passed on the option from the jump, which were Braun, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Russell Westbrook, and Steph Curry. All those guys said no before any of this stuff came out, right?
Yeah.
So if there's no stars on that roster, and those guys, nothing to discredit some of the guys that are on the roster, but those 5 guys that I listed off, other than, all right, so maybe 4 of them, not counting Jimmy Butler, have mega star power that can draw in other cats to come play.
True.
So with all those reasons together, it makes sense why these guys don't want to play this summer, nor really have an interest in doing so.
But to be honest, I think that the FIBA basketball is really made for the younger guys. So when we list off the list of 2006, you had Braun, Wade, Melo. Those 3 guys were in their 3rd or 4th year, so they're the younger guys. So I can remember watching a few years ago when seeing I was happy to see Russ playing. Steph was there. They were younger guys. You had Kobe and Braun, D-Wade. Those guys have been in the league more. So it's perfectly fine that guys like James, who already has a gold medal, done it. Even AD. But for the other guys like Tobias, this is a great opportunity
They
for
need to
you
be
to show
playing.
more. Yeah. Go get you a FIBA championship and try to, and remember how well you play for this, the FIBA championship, is going to gain you a spot in the Olympics. So
It can.
what you feel about it, Philip?
I just remember back in the day, the USA basketball is completely different. You had to sign a contract and commit to those 3 seasons. Remember when Pop had those guys commit to those, or you had to play in all
That was
the FIBA.
Colangelo.
Oh, Colangelo, with USA basketball.
Yeah.
He had those guys commit to that. That's not the same thing that's happening now, and I think it's because some of those older guys are now opting out of these smaller tournaments. But they'll be ready to play in the Olympics. They're not saying that they
that's
don't
what
want
I
to
was
play in
gonna
the
say.
Olympics.
This is mainly because it's FIBA,
Right.
FIBA. But
It's World Championship.
and then another thing about it
Olympics.
that we haven't really touched on, and like you don't want to discredit who's
Put your
on
game down, flip
the
it.
official roster. Like the NBA is stacked now.
Right.
Like
Easily.
with American players and your like
Foreigners.
I'll say world
Yeah, true.
foreign players, for all the teams.
Imports.
Like it's just there's so much good talent everywhere. There's guys that are max players that are still playing in this FIBA World Cup. There, like you said, there's the young guys who can get out here. They need to run. They need to be busy all summer, and they need to get a name for themselves. But honestly, you talking about Kemba, Tatum, Lowry, Middleton, Brook Lopez, Harrison Barnes, Drummond, Kuz,
Yeah.
Big
Donovan.
Kuz.
Like these dudes are like young hoopers.
That's
like,
who
who's to
should
say,
be there.
Who's to say we're not gonna make it?
That
I mean,
is young.
win it. Even if we don't win it, like nobody cares. It's the FIBA World Cup next year. Everybody plays in the Olympics. Balls out. But
Like the only no-show that I have a problem with on there would be maybe Tobias Harris. All the other guys, maybe Bradley Beal, but he might be injured, right?
Yeah.
We don't have-
Bradley Beal is going to have like a hell of a workload this season.
Right.
Like he needs it. He's been going through some injuries lately. But who's to say he won't be there next year? I guarantee he's going to be begging for a spot next year. It's
Right.
the Olympics.
Can I
You want
tell
to
you
be on
something?
that big stage.
But yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say you guys say we have star power. We don't have the current, USA squad ain't got too much star power.
I'm not
going
talking
in.
about star power.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
about to say, we
talking
don't
about.
have it yet.
I'm not talking about.
We ain't got it yet.
Star power. I'm just talking about talent. Period.
We have mainly young players.
They're still very talented. The kids that come into this league now
Bro, we
are
got-
way better than what
We got
kids coming into
Thaddeus
the.
Young about to be on the squad.
Thaddeus Young is going to be an extra veteran guy who's actually been in the NBA for quite some time, putting up
He's gonna be
solid
a
numbers.
But
great
his
FIBA
talent
forward.
level never panned out to what he was supposed
But
to be.
his
is
talent
what I'm
level-
trying to tell you.
in the NBA, but he'll be a great FIBA forward.
Yes, that's what I was
Yes.
going to say.
Different gameplay.
Him in FIBA, like body you
fit.
up,
Perfect
shoot.
fit.
Him when he was
Dribble.
athletic, yes, I would believe you.
Because
But
remember
right
Odom
now,
was
no.
playing?
Athletic, Thaddeus Young, hell yeah.
Fair.
But
I-
right now, as an Al Horford type, he's not even as skilled to be an Al Horford big man for.
Right.
Thaddeus Young.
Thaddeus Young is very
But-
good.
The only thing that
But
I
we're
would
talking
say,
about
Thaddeus
to
Young
be
is a super vet at this point.
So
He's
he,
still getting checks.
I get
one
what you're
negative.
saying. I
his
get what you're
talent level
saying.
is not where.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I agree with you. I get 100% what you're saying, and I see where they're coming from too, though. For this exact example and for this roster, right? He's the perfect fit, right? He is. He's a perfect fit to fit that role, that type of player, that mentality, that veteran leadership to such a young group of cats, right? But what you're saying, I get, is that it's still Thad Young and it's still this squad. But the point is,
We got
they
Kemba
said it
leading
right.
us as star power.
Hey, don't hate on Kemba.
No, I'm saying, but if you think about it like this,
See, we already accept this shit.
I know what I'm saying, but you have Donovan Mitchell, Kemba Walker, Jalen Brown, and Jason Tatum. Those are going to be our stars.
You gonna
Julius
talk shit?
Randle. No, I'm saying these are going to be the headliners for our squad with Julius Randle and Kuz and them coming up.
But it's
But
just
listen to what he's saying. He's basically looking at the USA poster, like, man, they whatever.
No, but I'm saying
But-
this is what you're going to say that this is going to be our star
But, like,
power with this roster
I don't.
so far.
Who needs star power? I just want talent. And you going against European guys, and then the one guy who like might be good on Greece, who's like Giannis,
because
if
he's
he
not
play-
playing. He said he's not
Yeah,
playing.
he's not playing. But I mean, like Spain is always good because Spain has like the skill and
And
the
vets.
talent and
They
the
always have
size.
vets.
You know, like they have all that. I get it, but honestly, everybody on this roster is gonna give every single foreign guy buckets all
know
day. They give them hell in the league to this day.
Facts.
If you telling me like Thaddeus Young is about to go up against the Hernan Gomez brothers, I'm picking Thaddeus Young.
But you got to
Like-
understand what I'm saying is that if you see how there's not even that just about the headliners. I'm looking at the consistency. We just have positionless players right now. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of tweeners who can go ahead. Let's have some go-to scorers and people with actual basketball IQ that can facilitate to each other. Let's work with that. But if we're talking about top tier talent and we got this sewn up gold medal, nah, bro, I don't see it yet. We gotta get our stars.
To separate one point that you were saying is that it's not like we have a bunch of Anthony Randolphs on this roster. We have actual legitimate tweeners.
No, yeah, we have people that can.
But getting
play.
back to that, I think the thing that we're struggling with is that you're talking about star power. And he's talking about talent, and they're two different
just skill
definitions.
level.
But somebody brought up Melo, and I'm sitting there like, we won. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, like there are two different definitions. Like he's trying to define it in talent as a general. Star power can be something completely different, which is what you're saying. You know,
I know what he's saying.
I get it, and I think it's just important to separate the two. That we're trying to discuss star power and talent, and that talent is what. Bruce, I'm assuming that's what you're referring to for this roster.
Yeah.
Talent as a whole, star power different.
So one headline that I did see that talks about the talent level and the star power that we are bringing in is that they pre-sold a lot of these games, USA games, advertising that they're going to have these top tier players in there, and they sold the tickets for 4 times what they would have normally been worth. And for those people that that bought those tickets feel like they got cheated because half the team or the players that they thought were going to be on the team aren't going to be there, you know?
No, yeah, but I see what he's saying because I mentioned the names in 2006 of I mentioned the names of Wade, Melo, and LeBron. But you have to remember. No, this is 2006.
You said 6. You said 6.
This is 2006. So this is when they were just third or fourth year players. They were names because where they were drafted, but they weren't the guys that they were when they were playing in the Olympics, you know, when they were the superstars. So having guys like Donovan Mitchell, having guys like Tatum, they're there to develop. That's what the FIBA basketball is for. For Russell to finally make the Olympic team, him and Steph, they had to do work on the FIBA team first.
Exactly.
And then it lets you see that, oh man, these guys are ready to play. They're committed. It's time to give them an opportunity to play with them. So having no LeBron, having guys like that, it should be kind of expected because, man, they don't really want to play this. The only reason why Kobe and them played the FIBA basketball at that one point was because they had just lost, so they needed to just gain all the momentum back from having the L on their shoulders that they got in 04 with LeBron, Marbury, Iverson, Duncan, and those guys. So that's the only reason why.
You were saying 04. That's what I was going to tell you. I was like, this reminds me of the 04 squad of how we're going to go about it, because we're going to have just a bunch of players that can hoop together. But how are we going to utilize this with our key points being like how we had Allen Iverson is going to be Kemba.
No, yeah, but you that's what they're going to do a better job because D'Angelo is better at getting fits together, and he's going to make sure the pieces fit. He's just not going to get a whole bunch of players like an all-star team and put them together. Yeah. He's going to get guys that can fit. That's why Thaddeus Young is a good FIBA player, because he's a catch-and-shoot big that can rebound.
And I guarantee you, of everybody that's not on this roster, Kemba, of all people, is going to put everybody ankles on watch. Like,
no, facts.
Of course.
My
God. He's going to be the Allen Iverson of the 2004 squad. But
oh, my God. But like,
that's what I'm saying.
Kimba got paid because he's good. Like, Kimba put some talent, like
really
even
good.
Even like half decent talent around Kimba in the Olympics or the FIBA World Cup right now. And then, like you said, the other foreign teams aren't going to have all of their best players. Like, Kimba might average 40.
But you know what? He's not going to have to. With list off the names again that you had. You had Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. Kuz, like these are guys who are good players. Let me hear him.
Kyle Lowry. Okay, well, I'm gonna go down the list. Donovan Mitchell, Kemba Walker, Kyle Lowry, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum, Kyle Kuzma, Harrison Barnes, Julius Randle. We got Thad Young. We got Drummond. We got Miles Turner right now.
No Kevin Love.
No, Kevin Love. Brook Lopez is on the squad. PJ Tucker and Paul Millsap.
Yeah. The only issue I have with that team would be what? Leadership. Who are they going to look to be the leader? If they need a big bucket, who are they going to? But if they play together,
You mean like a go-to scorer?
yeah, go to. But
They have
Or
about
you
I'm
mean
talking about
four.
at the end of the game, a leader.
I broke
You
that
just mean
down.
like
They
a
got
vet
4
leader?
go-to scorers.
Yeah,
'Cause
who's
if
your
you talking
leader
about like a
that
vet
you're going to
leader-
look to be like, okay,
I like Lowry. I like Millsap.
there we go.
I like Thad. I still like that. Like Thad has been in the league for quite some time.
Yeah,
You know what? I can
Kevin
see,
Love.
I can see. See, that's what I'm saying.
Brook
I agree
Lopez?
with you on Thaddeus Young as a mentor,
But that's what he's there for.
I
you
get
looking
it.
at that
I get
name
it.
like, oh, he about to like.
no, but I'm saying, but, okay, but Kyle
Thad
Lowry's
gonna be
not
like
coming
the
in just to
12th, 11th
mentor.
man.
Kyle Lowry can randomly average get 17 in the Olympics.
Yeah, he gonna be
And we'll
coming off
what
the
hell?
bench.
hey, but we're overlooking one thing.
First of all, it's Thaddeus Young. He might not even get into any of
That's
these
like he's
games
11th, 12th.
That's
Yeah,
like-
that's fine. That,
on
hey,
his team.
hey, we're forgetting one thing. Isn't Pop coaching them?
Bruh, we
Yeah,
good. Coach
like-
K still sitting over there, ain't he?
Nah, Coach
Nah,
K,
he
he not
gave it-
doing that.
he
He
gave
gave
it
it
to
up,
Pop. Remember, he
but
gave it to
Pop
Pop.
got it.
Oh, Pop got it.
Bro,
he
from
took that
Coach
up
K.
and
I
down, yeah.
trust in Pop to coach whoever. We can go out there with our 5 and we look like
man,
NBA
bruh.
players with
Bro, we
Pop.
dropping
dog.
97.
What should they be
Nothing.
done? Yeah, you're hired. Like,
Ted,
All right,
Tony,
we got you.
Tony. Yeah, so man, it's crazy. I'm hoping that we don't have a repeat of 2006. Hey,
This isn't the
No,
Olympics.
You know what?
no,
No Carlos
2006
the
Arroyo.
Olympics.
I know that's not an Olympic year either. But I'm saying, like, why are we putting so much interest into this?
because bro, we want to win every year. This is
Of
our
course,
sport. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
But, like,
There's no Carlos
like I-
Arroyos out there.
Just
Okay?
like-
y'all are sweating this.
No, we ain't sweating it.
We're not sweating
it's just if they do lose, it's gonna be like, wow, so many people
Didn't
didn't
play.
play. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if they go out there and do their job, we won't be talking about this, and we won't really care about it because the issue wouldn't be there because
Right,
the
right.
USA team will win the championship. So
That's how media do. Like, preliminarily create an issue that's not even
Yeah.
there. Like, the other
Exactly.
people,
But we
people
just-
aren't capable.
hey,
Like,
we-
they're all NBA players and they're all starters.
true,
We
but don't
have no-
forget, Spain is always good. Argentina,
I agree.
and all these other teams are going to be ready to play because now they're going to smell blood. Like, oh, we don't got to
sure.
worry about these guys. Let's attack, and then it's going to make it better basketball.
One thing I want to talk about is, like, USA basketball did introduce like some type of camaraderie between the players, because a lot of these
Yes.
players that are playing together will never and did never have an opportunity to play together before unless there's like an all-star game. But
Yeah,
these
true.
men were able to spend a month's time together, and you see that even from the 92 Dream Team when those guys came together and how much fun they had
They
getting to know
bonded.
each other.
That was the thing.
and seeing
Yeah.
each other, yeah. And it's a great thing for those players that take advantage of it just outside of playing basketball. Man,
True.
you get to live within the USA basketball culture and create some real friendships and some real bonds with people that you would have never had the chance to other than USA basketball. So I
But
think it's
yeah.
a beautiful thing.
I like the fact that a lot of players, they get to learn from these players that they never got a
Right.
chance to play
Or
against.
see how they
So
practice.
it's like, okay, cool. Okay, so this how you do this? Let me show you how. If you have a counter to this one, hey, they're gonna bite on this. I'm gonna get you right here. All right, if you swivel step on this one, go through. So I'm like, wait a minute, you can go. You're disrespectful.
Yeah,
But I was like, I
great.
feel like the learning process and how people going to this experience, going in like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get better by the time I
Right.
leave. Nobody saw Clay as a lockup defender before Coach K and then got to him. We was like, you play defense like this for real. You gonna
Like
take
real
it.
defense.
This is
Right.
my job.
Man.
If I get hit threes, y'all know I can do
Hey,
that.
we ain't no Clay play defense until they won the championship.
First
Because
of
we
all,
weren't watching them.
Nobody
Steph
was
stopped
even
playing
watching.
defense. Steph stopped playing just like
He ain't never played defense.
Nah, he
tries. He can
nah,
No, he
effort.
does try.
He gives some effort.
Oh, no,
He just-
because
Bro,
he's
he
like
was
a-
only passing
we can
lanes
say
at
he's a
first.
Yeah,
Great
he's a
defender.
passing lane guy.
Now he's
But
like he try. Well, he ain't like he'll be on you.
He also gets those numbers because Clay is over there taking out the best person in the
Oh
Fact,
yeah,
fact.
but
So
it's
there's
like
another
Pippen
guy
and
there.
Jordan. Pippen was guarding a guy. Jordan getting the bucket. So
Dennis Rodman, specialist.
it works together. But hey,
Defensive specialist.
Just talked
so
about it.
let's move on to
There you go.
our final topic.
Wait, let me.
chime
one
in.
thing
Let
I
it
wanted
in,
to
let it
say
in.
was like the young kids get to like build their brand for
True.
sure. I know we talked about
Yes.
that, but this is like a place where they get to build their brand and they get better in the off season because they get to play another type of basketball. So this is really good for them coming into the season while the Lakers win.
Yeah,
championship.
it's no
Kyle
Jew
Kuzma
League.
averaged 30.
It's you playing USA basketball against players who are really playing with
Saying
pride
I'm
and stuff
saying.
like that.
That was the equivalent to the fine print at the end of the contract for those who didn't hear it, and that's why Kyle Kuzma is going to be helping him averaging 30, winning a championship.
Yeah,
That's why I had a problem with Tobias Harris not going. This is a great opportunity
to
for
build
those
your
young
brand.
players. Yeah,
That J. Cole
to
looking
go.
ass nigga
Tobias
better
balling. And
fucking go.
speaking of J. Cole,
So
you
why
just
couldn't he
talked
go?
on it. I want to
I'm
say this
2
real
for
quick.
2 right now.
If y'all haven't seen the highlights of J. Cole, hooping with all the NBA players?
No.
He's trash.
The highlights was nuts.
He got game like that?
Bro, a lot of people say
I
Kobe.
think he's
hooping.
with Chris Brinkley, right?
No, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I heard there was a
Killed it,
story
man.
Cole was talking about. He said, bro, he said he was going to like this little pro-am. He was like, I'm just go, just chill. He said, I ended up killing. I had like 42. I'm like, what the hell? Wait, okay.
With Chris Brinkley. That's crazy. Hey, he looking like
Cold
Jesus
world.
Christ out there with the jump shot.
Wet.
Hey,
Cold
so
world.
we're in here watching. Make sure you guys go and find this video of J. Cole hooping. You can find it on ESPN,
When again?
actually. Facebook. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on their Instagram.
You know they ain't gonna show no misses.
You know, on the website.
I
Yeah.
know, what part of that is hooping? He made a couple threes. Like,
Yeah,
what part of
straight
that's
up there.
considered hooping?
Yeah,
First of all, he's showing that
That's
he
cool.
does have
Hey,
a
to
handle.
Alex, that's hooping because Alex
Bro,
makes
no,
a
that's
couple
like
threes.
that's the 4 of 4 that we see,
wide
but
open
realistically, it's
threes.
probably like 4 for 23 or something.
But
like that.
also,
Yes,
you know what? I'm gonna
I
give
mean,
J.
he's out there
Cole.
with NBA players, so yeah, credit to that.
Yeah.
But they're wide open threes. Like,
Well, hold on, time out. I will give him as the he's gonna go down in NBA history as the most watched missed dunk.
Oh,
As a
my
celebrity.
God.
Bro, nobody
Contest.
expected him. I was like, he almost got
smack
it.
though.
Hey, but
he can dunk it.
He's
Yeah, he
going
was like
down
he said-
though as the best halftime show ever.
No, he had a concert.
Hey, Kenny.
That was the
He had
best
a whole
halftime
damn
show.
concert.
Hey, shout
Kung
out
Fu
to Kenny.
Kenny.
Kung Fu Kenny, taco burrito, man. Pocket burrito.
PB baby.
PB, thank you for we were in the chat box talking about J. Cole jumpers. Stupid.
Shut up with Zach
Stupid good or
Collins.
stupid bad.
Guys
Gotta
like
let
Zach
us know.
Collins and Avery Bradley
But hey,
can play.
touchdown with tangents coming
Yeah.
up soon. Make sure you guys be ready. They're going to be live at 8:30. They're going to clearly talk about the best team in football, the
I want to
Kansas
see
City
him guard
Chiefs.
somebody.
Man,
I want to see him guard one of the NBA
No,
players.
I want
That's
to see
what I
him
want to
dribble.
see.
Cole?
Want to see him
Yeah.
dribble. You can shoot. There's a lot of
Jermaine?
people that can shoot, but
Jermaine Cole?
can you create? Can you create your own? But let's go to our final topic. So we know at one point there was a crazy fad where everybody was rocking what? Throwback jerseys.
Ooh.
So we want to talk about our favorite jerseys of all time here
do
with the
mine's on the
starting
spot.
five. And I'll do mine's last since I'm the PG. I'm going to share it first.
I had
so
the good ones.
I can start. I really want to see what our one and only
I
White
got
Man
the
Can't
gas.
Jump. See what he has. So what are your favorite jerseys of all times? And we're talking about looks.
Okay, looks. I'm gonna have to give a slight 2 honorary mentions, and I'm gonna give those first. The honoraries are the '90s Utah Jazz uniforms, the stuff that they wore during their finals runs. Those are sick as hell.
Dope.
And also the '90s Cleveland Cavalier jerseys, the ones that they wore when Mark Price was still balling out with them. Those were dope. Now my top 5 in no particular order. Mind you, these are in no order.
Yeah, no.
I love the Miami Heat's Miami Vice
Yes,
jerseys.
sir.
The purple, the turquoise, the black, beautiful, slick, and it's very retro. Okay, yeah, it's
is
pink,
pink in there,
but like it's retro, but it's new age because it's brand new, basically. The We Believe Warriors jerseys, man, those go hard. They're sick, and honestly, I had a Monte Ellis We Believe Warriors jersey from way back then, not from the We Believe years, of course, but like right after that. Still sick to my to this day. The Vancouver Grizzlies, those original jerseys were fire,
Flame.
fire. Yeah, you can tell by the clapping in the background that
Flame.
we all agree. And the Mile High Denver Nuggets throwback
That
jersey.
was hard.
Right? The multiple colors, the mountain view on the front, sick, clean, sleek. And also the final one to round it out is probably going to be a bit of a shocker and surprise to everyone. And that's the early 2000s 76ers jerseys. The stuff that AI rocked.
The black ones?
Yup.
Mainly the black ones.
hard
I like the
ones.
red ones
jump.
better. I like the ones that he wore as a
Ooh.
rookie better. Them are hard.
Yeah,
the all
well,
black
you don't
ones
really have
hard.
good taste, so that's
Ooh,
okay.
I like it.
Here we are. We have the 2076ers jerseys, and those are my rounded out guys.
All right.
I gotta say that pretty much everyone here like agreed with the majority of those, so I have a feeling we're gonna hear a lot of repeats. But
Yep.
I mean, that's because they're sick jerseys, bro.
Hey, I like it. You up next, Philip.
weak, bro.
All right, so for mine, I'm gonna go with no particular order, like Haim said. I'm gonna go with the Miami Vice jerseys. I think they're so hard. They were out there killing it back in the day. And then the colors. I think the new ones though, with the blue and the pink with the black. I like black jerseys for some reason. I just love black
I got a
jerseys.
black one
They're
for
hard.
you,
Yeah, the
if you
all
don't
black
mention it
ones.
before me.
The all black jerseys with the pink and the blue.
What you got against every other jersey color?
Nothing. They just not as
It
hard.
gets dirtier.
I
Man,
Then you already know I had to go with the retro Hawks jerseys, Mutombo, you know what I'm saying?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
With the big Hawk on the front.
Flame. I like those
Nobody?
jerseys.
No.
I like
No,
those.
it was nice. No, that jersey was nice.
The Steve Smith
With the big ass
jersey.
hawk on it. It was the big hawk on it. I did
Big
like it.
spread. Then I like the retro Raptors jerseys, man. I think those Raptors jerseys with the
man.
dinosaur on the front.
Yep.
Yeah. Then I got to go with the old school Rockets jerseys, man. The Olajuwon jerseys, the blue with the little pinstripes going on, man. They were so
when they added
classic.
Charles Barkley, that one.
It was so
hard.
classic, bro.
Stevie Franchise even hooped in those. Those were
True.
hard.
Then I got to go with the Vancouver Grizzlies. We talked about that one earlier, but the Grizzlies go hard, man. Those jerseys are good. And then I got to give a shout out to the 2008 USA team when Bron was there. And they had on those super tight USA jerseys.
Slim fit jerseys?
Yeah, and that's the first time I had
Are
pretty
you
much
talking about
seen
Kobe's
those.
team?
When Blake.
No,
and
it was
yeah.
LeBron's team, but Kobe was also playing.
It was
on
definitely
it.
Kobe's
No,
team.
Man, Kobe.
No, Kobe
Number
was
10
playing.
for the win.
Jesus.
Number 10 for the win.
Every time.
LeBron was doing everything.
Clearly
No, they
Phillip
had a lot.
didn't
They
watch.
had a
Give
lot.
Kobe the ball so we can win the
Spain
game. Yes, we
Like
saw
we
it.
talked
did a
about
lot.
in the
They had a
last
good
No,
segment.
they both ball.
Who's the go-to scorer?
Everybody was good.
Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe,
facts.
we need to win this game. Okay.
Those slim fit 2008 USA jerseys went so hard, man.
Yeah,
They
it
were
was hard,
awesome.
though.
They were awesome.
Fire.
It was
Yeah,
hard.
I like it.
Shout out to Bron.
Of course, he's a Laker. But hey, Mike, you up next, man?
All right, cool. So since I don't remember hearing anybody else say it, I'm gonna go with the All-Star 96 All-Star game jerseys.
Is that the one?
If I had known we were including All-Star game
Yeah,
jerseys,
I
I would have
said
done
throwback
that.
jerseys.
No,
Goddamn it,
I
I gotta think
thought it
outside
meant
the box.
teams.
I looked
thought it
at it,
meant
I
team
looked at it
jerseys.
too.
Don't worry about
Nah,
it.
them
No,
jer- hey,
Michael
I got
trying
a
to
lot.
cheat over here. Stop cheating, bro.
I said throwback jerseys. Y'all
Don't
coulda went All-Star.
Don't worry about my perspective was a little different in my understanding.
I
when
said all
I went
jerseys.
there.
Michael,
All throwback jerseys.
watching you, bro.
I pay attention.
Hey,
I see you.
Pay
Just
attention
don't have
to
me,
detail,
Lorenzo,
people.
write you.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the black, distinctively
Base God.
Orlando throwback stripe jerseys. Distinctively for that one.
Fire.
The key word in that was stink.
Nah.
Distinctively fucking beautiful. I'm gonna go with the Lakers Sunday whites. True Laker fans remember this when
Damn.
we pulled out the white, the purple. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to give you a story on that one. It was around Christmas in December because they wore them for the first time on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Mhm, yes, they
So
did.
the very next day, I went to Foot Action in the Crenshaw Mall. They already had the jerseys.
Oh.
Dude sold me the jersey, and it wasn't supposed to drop for like 2 weeks or something like that.
Bro, that is A1.
Cop that with
Oh,
them
so you
all white
exclusive,
ones.
boy.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy, I was
Yes.
out. I wore
I knew
that
you was clean,
next day. Everybody,
boy.
how do you have that
So
jersey? They just
clean.
dropped
Just
it. They
saw this
literally
last
just
night.
had it on last night.
That's crazy.
I was out here in the
There's sweat on my
streets
shit
with
right
it.
now.
Christmas
Hey.
break too, so you
Hey,
know I was
talk to
dripping.
him. Talk to
Hey,
him,
what's
Bruce.
the rest of your
Talk
list?
to him.
Let me hear it.
Then I'm gonna go with also somebody also did say this. I think I heard it twice. The Toronto old school big dinosaurs. I just
Yeah.
I like Vince when he put the swag on in the dunk
purple
contest. The purple one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that
they're
was
my
the one
favorite.
when I saw him. I said, bro, I don't know who this bald head man is, but he can fly.
Yeah.
Wait, was that me?
You getting bald
No, you still
already?
got a little
It's
bit
all right.
of
You
hair.
got
Yeah,
the-
he in the
you-
front.
He all right.
Caruso, he got that Caruso.
Yeah, he got the Caruso.
Shout out to my NBA idol, Alex Caruso. You the man.
It's that Caruso Heinz plug.
You know what? I'm gonna go with. I did what?
No, you got it.
I was about to say, I did like the Vancouver jerseys, but I like the white ones. But my final one, I'm gonna go with the on foot. Never mind. That got to be KD.
Yeah, it is.
Let me get the last Michael Jordan All-Star game. It was when he hit the
When they
shot
wore
on
those,
when they
yeah.
had the red and blue
yeah,
ones.
Those
when
are the
it
red
was the
against
white,
Kobe.
It was the white ones. They were in the white ones, and Kobe and Sean
With the
Marion
red
was the
ones.
red ones.
Yeah, those are the retro ones. Remember, because they wore those.
I
those-
like-
Oh, I believe. I
Yeah,
remember
in
that. That was
the
a
80s.
throwback.
I just remember because I
Them All-Star
recorded
jerseys
that.
used to be stupid.
Bro,
Stupid.
I recorded that on the VHS game back in the day.
All right, I got
It's on
mine.
you, Bruce.
I'm a classic guy, so I'm gonna keep it OG. I'm gonna give you the black Bulls with the red stripes.
Oh,
Okay, to pull out
Yeah.
the chains.
Ooh,
with.
bro.
The 45? The 45?
Yeah, I mean, he had the 4 and the 2-3, you know.
yeah, them was fire.
But those were stupid.
Jump back like
I'm gonna
4'5".
also give you just a classic Red Bulls jersey, the Jordan jersey. Like Red Bulls jerseys.
The
was
cursive writing or the regular writing?
like, that's tough.
Hey,
Because the
hey,
cursive
I
ones
love.
are sweet.
My thing was I love the big bulls on the front. I love the Chicago, but that big
cursive.
Bulls on the front was crazy. Just the block letters. I really appreciated those two jerseys. And I was a Jordan dude back in the day. Like I love to rock like the black and red.
Thank you. I was about to say the way the print would make the fit different. If I don't know if true fashion heads understand me on this one, it depends on which one.
Yeah, so
I can wear these kicks with that, but not with the cursive Chicago.
Exactly. You can wear a little more black with that with the 12s on.
I'm gonna gotta finesse it a little bit.
But then I'm gonna also go with. I have to steal this one from Alex because it's just all time for me. Is that a Vancouver Grizzlies jersey is nuts. Bro.
White or the teal? I mean, white or the.
That was on my list.
I'm gonna give you all three colors: white, black, and teal.
I had the white one. That's what I'm saying. I had to ask. I had the white one distinctly.
White, black, and teal. I think I might have liked the black even more because it didn't have silver in it. Like I feel like it had like some silver in the letters at some like the black one was cold.
That was my that was the one.
That turquoise NBA All-Star for sure. Then I'm gonna also give you for my fourth. I'm gonna go classic Lakers, the white and blue with the Los Angeles cursive.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Run it back one time.
The Los Angeles, the Minneapolis.
MPLS?
Them was
the
hard.
MPLS?
No, not the blue and
the
yellow.
other one.
Oh, I was about to say the blue and white.
With the royal blue and the baby blue on it. It wasn't even royal. It's like two different. It's a royal blue and like a dark navy.
They had
but
that
those
on
was cold. They still kind of use it, and I think that's the one that Bron and wanted to come back this year.
That would be helpful.
And then finally, my favorite is a classic purple Lakers jersey. Purple is the color I prefer over the yellow. And I would have threw the white in there, but since you stole it from me and I still got to tell my story. But I like that purple jersey. Like even like the new purple jerseys are growing on me. But Alex needs to get off Facebook today. He's killing
Yeah,
it.
because he on here looking at Tamia and Grant Hill gonna come get him, bro.
Yeah, that's somebody's wife, man.
Hey, man, no. There's no disrespect on my end.
He sound like Stephen A.
No disrespect, but
Let me
I'll
tell you
fulfill
something, all right? From my perspective, when you look at it from my perspective, she's a beautiful woman. And I just got to say, Grant Hill, you're a very lucky man. Congratulations on the many years of marriage, and I hope that it lasts.
First of all, did anybody else hear the player shit that he tried to slide in there? That's all right, Alice. We hear you.
He ain't shit.
Yeah, out here.
You know, make sure you go ahead and get that
that's
on lock because you're a lucky man.
That's
to
my
have
five.
him
I think
now.
I gave you purple and the blue Laker, 2 Bulls jerseys because that's just my era. Period.
Yeah.
And then that Vancouver Grizzlies is just is like the only other team I watch. But other than that, I'm giving no teams love. Sorry.
What's the consensus?
Can I add the
Did you
Raider
do
jersey
yours?
in there?
No.
That's it.
So
I want a
here-
consensus number one after our list.
I'm gonna throw. Yeah, we're gonna get a consensus number one.
All right. Fuck the Yankees.
Damn.
I'm done.
Actually, I can't even talk to you today because y'all
Hey,
whooping
B.
us right now.
Hey, B,
I'm an Angels fan, so we have a tough.
that's mad disrespectful, yo. You feel me?
No. I have respect for Yankee players when they retire, 100%, because it's above the sport. It's baseball, and at this point, for me, 19-3. That says something to me. But when they're playing with them, I don't want to see their face. I hope Jacoby Ellsbury has the worst frickin' season of his life. I don't wish
do
injuries
that.
on any of them. I just want to see them crumble.
Red Sox
Hey,
have the best hat.
Crumble.
Hey, shout out to Didier, man. He's up in the chat box showing love. We got Mark Haynes, man. What's up, Mark?
Okay, Martin's
Hey.
Grant Hill jersey.
Yeah, what's
Hell
up?
yeah. What's good, Mark?
Thanks for tuning in.
I forgot about those.
No,
Pistons
yeah, Dome was
jerseys.
hard.
First of all,
Hey, can I get
I said that
mine?
one. Oh yeah, you want to hear?
Can I
No,
give
we
mine?
don't really care.
I can't give my five.
Yo, Mike, what's next up on the topic list?
Man, get up out of here.
so
What
we're
we
going
got? What we
to
got?
transition to
First
the,
of all,
I'm taking over at point guard.
Hey.
We're gonna let Michael give his 5.
And by the way, we just like again to thank today's sponsor, which is Pornhub,
Hey,
Pornhub.
cut it out.
Please check out their latest videos. They got a lot of great stuff coming up. The score
1 or 2.
compilations are also great, so check them out today.
hey, you going? So my number one is
Thank me
the
later when
Celtics-
we have a Pornhub sponsor, by the way. Thank me later.
I got you.
I had to
Hey,
do something
so,
for you since you said.
Mike, let me give my jersey. My number one jersey is a Celtic green. I think that's one of the greatest jerseys. Never. I'm joking, Alex. Sit your ass down.
Bro, I was about
That-
to give you a hug.
That's one of the most hated jerseys ever.
That's some sloppy joke.
But hey, here's my top 5 of all time. Lakers Showtime jerseys. The one Magic and them wore. Kobe wore as a rookie. The yellow ones. I think those jerseys were amazing. The Shaq and Penny Black Magic jersey. None of you guys said the Bucks 1996 jersey
With the big deer on it?
Yeah,
Oh,
with
did
the
I say?
big.
I thought we talked about it one before.
We talked it pre-show, but nobody
nobody
said
put it on their list.
But
I should have put it in my
that
honorable
jersey. And then I have the Pistons jersey as well, the one that Grant Hill had with, the change after the Bad Boys Pistons. And then I have the Grizzlies 97 jerseys, which is the brand new ones. And my honorable mentions are the Utah jerseys, the Atlanta Hawk jerseys,
Hawks,
and the Bulls black with the red stripes.
Nobody had the Clippers jerseys?
Nah,
Fuck no.
hell no.
Nigga, they ain't never been good
Nobody
in them
bought
jerseys.
them
Why-
jerseys. We
We're
didn't buy
talking
them
about
jerseys.
throwback
First of all,
jerseys.
you
You
know
have
what?
to have a winning jersey
Hey,
and
we're
a
not
winning
talking
team
about
to have a
throwback jerseys.
throwback.
We're talking about throwbacks, not trash jerseys.
You know what? I will
Let
say.
me give a shout out to an honorable mention to the Harlem Globetrotter jersey.
Oh my God!
yeah.
Dudes used to go crazy when that Fat Albert stuff dropped, and they dropped all that Harlem Globetrotter stuff too.
Facts.
Like them shiny jerseys. People was like, "Oh, I get to wear these."
Okay,
Like-
since you gonna do it that way, what about the half jerseys?
The
Do you
hat.
remember the Jordan? They had a half Wizards, half Bulls Jordan jersey. Do you remember those type of jerseys? That's we can take it back to them.
Hey, shout out to the ladies for the jersey dresses, though.
Oh my God!
My
that
girl
ass
still
was
got her.
fat.
My girl still got her Los Angeles Lakers baby blue Minneapolis
There you
joint.
go.
Oh,
Smart man.
God.
Well,
Smart
actually,
man.
not a cursive one, like I said.
tight
though,
fit.
that color.
Hey,
Tight fit,
I
you
just
You know what
want
I
to.
like?
And also, we got a shout out. I forget the team he was on last year, but it was Nitty's team for the Drew League.
Yeah, Frank
Some of
Nitty.
those Drew League jerseys are
they
Oh, the
fire,
black and
bro.
yellow. The
Yeah.
black and yellow.
Yeah, bro.
black and
They
yellow.
are fire,
who's the
man.
designer on this?
Let me ask Michael and probably Philip a little bit. High school. Did you guys have any high schools that you didn't attend that you saw their jerseys and was like, man, yo?
You know who it was for me? Nah, Fairfax.
Oh yeah.
Because they were sponsored by Nike.
That red and yellow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, they had the black, red, and yellow.
See, I had like ties to Fairfax. I went to Hamilton, but I did that summer school year, and then all my friends went to
Here
Fairfax.
you go,
Man.
So I was there every day, like, man, let me get one of those. When they getting bronze, I'm like, man, can I get a pair? Like, somebody go give me this?
That jersey was. Hey, their
to make
jersey
sure
was flame.
Fairfax was, and they used to get them free bronze.
Hey, but shout out to all the jerseys in the 90s, man. I think that was the dopest era of jerseys, and they
Yeah.
need to bring them back.
Dude, that's why I said the
you can
Cavs,
still go get 'em.
the
Yeah.
Cavs, the Bulls, all these teams had beautiful jerseys, like legitimately. Now the NBA, like we saw those jerseys that they released, the City Edition, the
Yeah.
Town, like all that. Those are cool. Those are good money
Espanol.
makers.
Shout
Those are
out.
money makers, but for real,
Nothing like the
bring
old
back the
90s.
throwback ones, and then literally you're good to go. That's free marketing right there.
Shout out to
right
the
now,
OKC
right
jersey,
now we
though.
have to go to the
Los Lakers.
freaking what's it called? We have to go into the swap shops.
Swap
Swap meet?
Either a swap meet.
Slauson?
No, no. We either
hold
gotta
up.
go-
Alex, you ever
jersey
been
you
to
want-
First of
Slauson?
all, did
Nah,
you just say?
you ain't ever? Have you ever been to Slauson Swap?
Slauson swap meet?
I'm sure.
Oh, I'm
he
about
has.
to- let's take him.
He had, you know,
I'm about to say.
he all in that life. But but what it is they want to build the hype, and then they drop. But you can still go get them on Mitchell and Ness for like $450, $350
Yeah,
right
Mitchell
now
and
for them
Ness,
high
yeah.
ones, and sometimes they be on sale.
Or the vintage clothing shops like Buffalo Exchange.
Yeah, if you get lucky.
Dude,
True.
bro, we
You know
found
what?
a vintage,
Shout out to the-
vintage Rockets jersey.
I got a Karl Malone jersey
Ooh,
that somebody gave me from when he
wait,
played for the
striped one
Lakers.
or the one with the actual big rocket on
Okay.
it?
But I
What
cannot
size
use
is it?
that.
Size
I didn't know.
13?
Yes, the red one.
It was $20.
The red
large.
one. The
yeah.
Wow.
And I literally was going to go buy it. Guy got it right before me.
Oh, it's crazy. Hey, so we're
Fuck
coming
his
to
life.
an end.
Just want to give a quick shout out to the OKC jerseys.
Yeah.
They had the all black one, like I said, like the all black ones with
yeah,
a
those
fire.
so-
Fire.
Seattle
then they had-
Supersonics
Thank you.
joints.
Side note, I was just about to say
Supersonics.
shout out because of OKC.
Yeah.
We'll go with the
Then they had the
GP.
Oklahoma-
Yeah, GP one.
GP is your
Which
witness.
one? The
Then they had the
old
Oklahoma
ones
City
or the one they
bombing
played in the
ones.
finals versus
The
Jordan?
one where he kept throwing the ball to Kemp. It
the
said
lighter
bang,
green.
bang.
The lighter green.
Nah, I like the darker green with that like burgundy-ish trim.
Oh, yeah, that's what
with
they
the
played
actual-
Jordan in.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the Seattle. Those
Those
new
are
ones.
flame.
The ones before that was hard too, and even the ones after, where because
That's a
I used to
comedian.
have a Ray Allen jersey, the one right when KD left, when it just had the Sonics or the Seattle in white right across the front.
Yeah.
like Seattle used to have some hard jerseys.
No, yeah. Hey,
Thank you for the shout
bring them
out.
back. Clippers, move to Seattle so you guys can have it.
And they get good again.
Hey,
after
hey,
this.
hey, my guy Mark says Celtics jerseys are never nice. Never, ever, ever,
First
ever.
of all, we talked about this. You can go. You used to be able to go get a free Clippers jersey for 2 tacos from Del Taco.
Hey, but before we get up out of here, every week for the new listeners, we do our Throwback Thursday Player of the Week, which is a throwback player that you guys may not have know who they are, or you haven't watched in a minute, and we want you guys to go look them up, look at our IG page, and see a highlight video of that player. But make sure you guys go look this guy up. And this guy that I chose for this week's Throwback Thursday Player of the Week, I watched him yesterday. on a throwback game on NBA TV. The dude had 28 assists in the game, and his name is none other than John Stockton.
Oh my God!
From the Gonzaga University. He was drafted 16th overall in the 1984 draft. A player that people always disrespect.
What number was he drafted?
Number 16.
There we go.
Hall of Famer, 10-time All-Star, 9-time assist champ. Actually leads the league in most assists ever. The 2-time steal champ, 11-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Defensive.
What's his assist number, just out of curiosity?
92, 93, All-Star MVP. Oh, man, I got to find it.
No, it's total assist.
Yeah.
Look it up. Somebody look it up really fast. But I know that it's really high. I know it's Mark Jackson, number 2, and then Magic is there. But, yeah, his career averages is 13 points, 2.7 rebounds, 10.5 assists. His best year of averaging assists was 14.5 a game, which is crazy. Imagine a player averaging 14. He averaged 17 and 14 assists and 3 steals in one season.
In total, John Stockton, by the way, this is brought to you by our sponsor, Pornhub, Pornhub.
Yes,
anyway,
they do sports, guys.
His total number for assists, and we're talking not playoffs, 15,806.
Regular season assists.
Total career.
A lot of guys like Chris Paul, like
Let's see, playoffs,
Nash, got
playoff
the
numbers
and skill from that guy, learning from him.
Playoff totals, 1,839 assists, man.
Man, yeah.
That dude was dishing out passes left and
Phil,
right.
how many career assists does LeBron have in the playoffs right now? LeBron fan.
Over 1,000.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. Hey, we thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode.
I'd like to get a fact check on
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Fact check. 'Cause I feel like it's 700 something.
Can we get a Russian fact check on that? That way, like,
Hey, we're gonna
double
get it.
verify.
We gotta
Hey,
make sure we
Siri.
get it. Hey, so we thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of Courtside Radio with the Starting Fives. Before we get up out of here, like we always do, we're gonna drop our IG. First, make sure you guys follow the Courtside Radio Instagram page. Make sure you guys, if you're not listening on the app, download the Good News Radio app so you can hear more than just our great show. You can hear other great shows in the networks. But Philip, drop your IG.
You already know, Philip, Southside Atlanta, IG, Philip 3 Brown. I'm
Peace up,
third, baby,
A-Town
young
Dad.
royalty.
Yeah, what about you, Mike? Drop the IG.
Mr_IMA. Call you back. Spell it right. I hit you back.
Yes, sir. Bruce, give him the IG.
Bruce Courtside. Gonna keep it simple for you losers.
And
Spell it right, damn
Of course, we got Hines. We make sure that the white guy goes last in this show.
I see how it is, man. Remember, I'm the Jewish guy. I go with the token Jewish guy.
Sorry about that, brother.
At Himes World, HYMESWORLD, because you already know what world it is. It's my world, my vision, my truth, and that's what you see on my page, guys. Check it out. Also, if you like what we're doing here at Courtside Radio, please show some love. Give us a like and a follow on Instagram and Facebook at The Good News Radio and at Courtside Radio.
Good News Sports, baby.
Sports. We really do appreciate it, guys. And also, if you guys want to see the awesome content Michael and I are putting out, also from Courtside,
Don't at me, baby.
check it out on Don't At Me, but also check out Alexander Himes on YouTube, ALEXANDERHYMES, where you'll find all the latest content that we are putting out. We got a lot of great stuff coming up, and baby, stay tuned, because next week we got the story that everyone needs to know.
Baby. Hey,
About to get hypnotized.
Shout out to Mark. Shout out to our guy Chris, man. Thank you guys for tuning in and going
This
into
man
the
said
chat
the
box.
Celtics jerseys are never nice. Mark
Never
Haynes,
nice. They're
Mark
trash.
Haynes, what do you know about
Mark,
basketball?
you're my favorite. You're my favorite
Mark,
guy.
Mark knows exactly what you're talking about. Those boring.
Yeah, you're my favorite guy.
Thank you, Mark.
Hey,
Thank you, Mark. They're
Courtside
like
Radio.
Alabama jerseys.
Even the black ones y'all got
Oh.
is like dusty looking.
The
Hey.
Boston Celtic jersey are equivalent of Alabama football squad. We're out.
Terrible. Hey, Courtside Radio.
All right,
He's
Forrest
exactly
Gump.
right.
They never change.
We
They
are
ain't
out
worth
of
the
here.
fuck.
Peace. Turn that music up, boy.